Today we are talking about breakthrough technology innovation in the telecoms market, which is an area our guest business, Cambridge Consultants, is dedicated to achieving for its clients. Well, I'm delighted to be joined by Dr. Derek Long. Derek is Head of Telecommunications at Cambridge Consultants. Derek, it's good to see you.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, Derek, when we talk about innovation, that really is a word that's bandied around quite liberally these days. So it's worth pointing out that when you and I talk about innovation in the next few minutes, we're really genuinely meaning new to the world technology that's a real step change. So with this in mind, Derek, as the telecoms market faces many challenges and as user needs evolve, where do you see innovation making the biggest impact?
Well, you're right, innovation is bandied around a lot in the world, but for us it has a very specific meaning. We're really looking to take emerging new technologies and to apply them to generate genuine new value for our clients. So in this sense, what we're really talking about is looking at the big challenges of the day. So I'm going to highlight 4 big challenges for you. So the 2 macro level challenges that we're looking at the moment are, of course, sustainability. And the telecommunications industry has a big role to play, first of all, to reduce its own carbon footprint, but also to help other industries reduce their carbon footprint. The second area in this post-pandemic era that we live in, new ways of working and new lifestyles are becoming important. So, hybrid working, and that people are working from home, and it really is no longer acceptable that people are disadvantaged by their location. So, for example, what I'm really talking about is that people who live in rural areas should have the same level of service and user experience as people living in city centres, for example. If we then look at the industry-specific challenges, then what we're seeing now, of course, as everybody knows, is the emergence of new immersive services, the metaverse in effect, where there are a whole new range of services becoming available, whether it's gaming or streaming media or so on, that are putting new requirements onto networks. And the final area which I could highlight here for the telecommunications industry specific challenge is that complexity is steadily increasing, not only with each generation of technology, but also as new emerging technologies come available. So what we really want to do is provide a level of automation and simplification so that we can get the best possible performance as easily as possible from these networks.
And when we talk about technology innovation, it's impossible not to talk about AI. We know that Cambridge Consultants does a lot of work around artificial intelligence. Derek, how are you supporting the evolution of AI in the near future?
So we've been working intensively with artificial intelligence for a number of years now, and we can see that AI and advanced analytics more generally has a big application right across the technology stack. So whether it be in the real-time operations of the network and the actual interaction of terminals and applications and services with the network, also through to the network planning and deployment, and even the teams working out in the field and the management of those teams to ensure they work in the most effective manner. The second area that we work in with artificial intelligence is what we call service management. What we really want to achieve is make sure that every user has the best possible experience they can get out of the available capacity and performance of the network. So this is not only interesting for the individual user, but of course also in aggregate for all users that a service provider has, so they can make sure that the overall experience that they're giving their customer base is as good as it possibly can be.
So AI clearly having a big impact, but what other technologies are emerging that the supply chain and service providers can leverage?
Okay, so there's 2 further technologies that I'd like to highlight. The first one is non-terrestrial networks. Back in the day, non-terrestrial networks meant geostationary and medium Earth orbit satellites. But nowadays, with the advent of LEOsat constellations, this term has also become to include those constellations as well. And going further than that, then we also see the advent of technologies such as high altitude platforms. These are effectively drones that fly in the stratosphere at 20,000 meters or so. Each of these platforms provides coverage and capacity on the ground and has their own advantages and disadvantages in terms of capacity, coverage, throughput, and importantly, latency. So what we really want to do is provide those technologies in an integrated fashion so that we can make sure that wherever you are, you're achieving a 5G level of service that you come to expect. A further area I'd like to highlight is that of antennas and RF technologies. So on the one hand then phased arrays, This is a technology that came with 5G, of course. But what we're really looking at now is how to improve the performance of that technology. Phased arrays are very important in terms of providing spectrum reuse and then increasing the capacity of the available network. But also we need to be able to do that in a manner which is easy to deploy and efficient, both on the ground but also in the non-terrestrial network. So what's becoming really important there is that we can develop phased arrays with extremely low size and weight, and also low thermal impact as well, to make sure that we can use them in for example, at 20,000 meters.
So lots of exciting developments there, Derek. Talk us through a little bit more about how Cambridge Consultants is supporting the industry.
So Cambridge Consultants is part of Capgemini Invent, and we work with our clients in order to help them conceive and develop new emerging technologies and applications. So we work across the technology stack, really, both with technology vendors looking to deploy these emerging technologies and to bring them to market in a fashion in which they can provide the maximum input for their clients. We also work with service providers, helping them to understand the new technologies and to deploy them in such a fashion that it brings the best result for their customer base.
And is this technology you're actually creating for your clients?
Absolutely. We have global technology teams working in diverse areas such as artificial intelligence, advanced antenna systems, 5G and 6G, and of course quantum computing and quantum key distribution as well. One thing that's common across all of our clients is their level of ambition. They're all looking to generate something genuinely new, whether it is an emerging new technology or an application which provides a revolutionary new value to their clients. Of course, there will always be products that are available off the shelf, but our clients are the kind of people that have looked at what's available and decided that that does not bring them the kind of performance that they're looking for. They then come to us for that extra piece of innovation that goes beyond what is available off the shelf and enables them to achieve the true market differentiation that they're looking for.
Derek, it's been great to get an insight into Cambridge Consultants. We look forward to hearing more from you in the year ahead. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you very much.